One, two, love you, Divine Tarot, and you. Welcome home, all of my divine loves and my divine lovettes. I love you guys. You already know that. Welcome home. You guys already know. Refreshments on the left, coffee on the right, restrooms in the back. And put your feet up and get ready for the snack. This message here, the higher realms pull me to bring this to the forefront. Okay? It may make a lot of people grunt, but it must be pulled to the forefront. This message is definitely what you see. It's about drugs, alcohol, and those who OD, and suicide. Officially. Now, the one thing I want to touch on about doing these things here, drugs and alcohol, it's like once a cucumber becomes a pickle, it can never go back. You know what I mean? It's just like a virgin can never say that he or she is a virgin. You can never go back. All right? So that's important for someone to know. Once you incorporate these energies into your energy, there's no going back. And what I mean by that, it's a form of a spiritual attack. Some people know it as like generational curse in their families and so forth. Okay? But nevertheless, you could not ever turn back. All right? This opens dimensions that are vast. Like you open a vast dimension that's a low vibe dimension that's like I think a movie had it on one time, and it's like a wormhole. It's sucky, like it sucks you dry. That's why, you have some people that enter this dimension of life and everything else goes bye-bye. The job, the wife, the car, the this, the health, the that, and then the life. Okay, then their own life. All right? Or they wish for death. That's when you see this next word here, which is suicide. So having that said, the higher realms just wanted me to point this out, that the information about the OD, you guys need to know that the higher realms told me the OD is like otherworldly dimension. Remember I said you can't turn back. So now what do you do from here? Those who do not refrain or refrain from putting this into their bodies, or those who do not sustain from these energies, which is alcohol and drugs, just be reminded, you will change. Things will change. Your thinking, your energy, your zest for life, your quest for life, your quest for love, your mannerism, everything changes because you have opened up, OD, another dimension. Right? Now, you don't have to physically OD because you spiritually OD before you physically OD. The higher realms is directing me for you guys to see that now. That's why you heard something like walking dead. Well, that means the person is actually spiritually dead before they're physically dead. They don't even know that death is in their sight. Death is in their whole being. And they have lost the will to fight. However, it's almost like they're the last one to know that they are on the verge of Geo. All right? And that's to a low dimension. So, those who consistently, like I say, add these things into their energy, okay, into their body, those who continue to do so, honestly, will stay low vibrational. It's like and I mean that as clear as I can mean that. Okay, it's just like, because I know you guys heard me say this, because this is true facts now. It's like whatever age you started drinking or smoking is the age that your brain stops developing. Your emotional energy stops developing. You stop emotionally growing. So that's why you see a lot of, grown folk around here just can't have the patience or the tolerance or enough love in their heart not to shoot somebody, kill somebody, take something, rape somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or rob somebody. You find a lot of people with this emotional lack, and they're actually looking physically grown, but they cannot sustain a level of the growth that their body. So it's not matching up because of the stifling nature of this dimension. And I'm gonna tell you what shows that. I think Beetlejuice shows it when they come out that door and then they go down to another section. That's the way the energy is in every way. It's like another dimension. All right. So a lot of you guys have already opened something that you should. Well, everybody has their journey, right? But this is just for your insight, okay? So, in other words, now it's either grow or go, right? Either you grow or you go, because you've already experienced the low. And now I can identify wholeheartedly, because quite frankly, where I come from, in my neighborhood, we didn't know that it was a big show and tell when somebody died and came back, or OD'd and came back, because that was a normal everyday thing back in the early 70s and mid 70s and late 70s. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they had that red tape, black tape, green tape, whatever. All right? So I'm just saying, like back then, you know what I'm saying? It was just an everyday thing. So you have now entered other dimensions. They used to have the sign up, say wine and spirits, but the higher realms is telling me to point this out today. The OD is for other dimension, okay? Whether it's the lower or the higher. Now, in order for you guys to, that's why I say it's either grow or go. And once you guys, say like once you decide, okay, I'm going to be abstinent from these things, at this point, you become ripe and ready to receive And it's crazy because it's like what the higher realms is showing me it's every it's everything how it goes. And I'm going to show you guys this in a minute, so bear with me. I'm just trying to get this out in 3D form, or this form here, because it's so clear, and you'll see what I'm talking about shortly. Okay, so in every way, once you guys become abstinent, like I say, at this point it's either grow or go. A cucumber cannot be a pickle cannot turn its way back to being a cucumber. All right, it's done. What's done is done. So now it's either you grow or go. So at this point, you have to, if you are willing to sustain from these, then you have to grow, right? So what that means is you're not growing in the same dimension in which you actually should know. You're growing in another dimension, right? And I can't make this stuff up. So I need you guys to know that. So at this point, it becomes tricky, all right? It becomes very, very tricky. That's why people, that's another reason why you hear the relapse word. Because quite frankly, coming from that low dimension, trying to get back to where you're supposed to be at that age now is very, 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 I'm trying to find the words after very, because it's strategic. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of wannabe. It takes a lot of forthright energy, right? That's why you hear about the relapsing, all right? That's another reason, because you're in other dimensions. So you know how some families, they lock doors and you're not supposed to go in there. That's something that you guys did. We all did. You know what I'm saying? If they say don't touch this or don't do that, or you wasn't born with the alcohol in your body, or you wasn't born with this, that, and the third, when you put that in there, it's just like opening that locked door to another dimension. So you guys, I hope you understand that, if you will, because the higher realms want me to break this suicide information down in such a way, because like I said, it's either grow or go at this point, because this is like a whole other dimension in which you guys were not even prepped, ready, tested for. All right? That's just you guys just this is where obedience would have come into play at some point in our lives. And I'm not just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, my experience as well, in life. Yes, I have experienced these things, okay? For sure. Because I was back there experimenting in them 70s and stuff like that. And yes, I did OD in my lifetime. And quite frankly, more than one time. One time by myself and another time with others. So I know what I know. And in the hood, they don't make movies about, having a near-death experience. No, we didn't. No, there was no movie and no shows, because it was happening every day. Every minute of the day. In the neighborhood. Okay? So the higher realms is showing me and getting this information out, that the reason these things are so difficult is because of that vault. Something was locked and we had opened it, okay? And this opened up a new dimension. You see? And That's the ideology. Now, like I said, the relapse, I went through that, and then also the grow or go point. Now, that has a lot to do with the next topic, which is the suicide. Okay? And the suicide says a lot as well. Yeah, it says a lot as well, but I want to break it down to tell. I'm kind of mad at myself, you guys, because I didn't put AM or PM and I don't see it anywhere. But this is the date that I received the download. I'm sorry. Sometimes it takes a while for me to get it to you guys because I'm also doing the birthdays. But nevertheless, November the 15th, 2024. And it's so ironic because, again, this is for the 144 crew, because the higher realms told me the abbreviation for 144 of the people, the abbreviation is 14. So that's what I see here. When you add these numbers up, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 4, it equals 14. And when you add the time up, the time was 5:42. Look at what we have here. And you guys, it's so ironic. It was also in the 11th month, right? Well, the number 11 is a reminder that you're from a higher realm. You're only here in physical form to conclude your spiritual mission, for sure. And 13, usually mean of mastery. So a lot of you guys have surpassed the level of mastering oneself. You are a part of the 144 crew that are here. You actually volunteered, some of you guys, to be here, as a part of this elevation, right? 14 is major. I can't make this up. This is the day that the higher realms gave me this download, okay? Now, getting to the suicide, okay? You guys gotta bear with me because each one of these letters in suicide represent each one of these numbers, and the higher realms broke it down to me as so. All right, so like I said, that other dimension is, like I say, it's either grow or go, and it ends up at this level of suicide. Now, the S is the number 19, okay? And 1 plus 9 equals 10, a physical end, right? So it's like, and it's crazy because the higher realms are showing me, as sure as that 1 is before the 9, the 9 is supposed to be spiritually awakened and spiritually aligned, also a spiritual ending, right? But there's a 1 in front of it, which is a new beginning. And you can have either or. The higher realms is giving this person either or, giving this individual either or. You can have the beginning or you can have the spiritual ending. However, if you take them both combined, it shall be a physical ending, right? So that's what this number 19 represents, which equals 10, a physical end, right? And you see that you is all about you. And that number 2, the higher realms is talking volumes, okay? It's saying when the higher realm speaks through the number 2, it's whatever you're praying for. So somebody's praying for this new beginning here, all right? The higher realm sees you praying for a new beginning after you done messed up and had this physical ending, because you had a choice between a beginning, a spiritual evolution, or a physical ending. However, you chose the physical ending, which now you end up praying for a new beginning. 2 plus 1 equals 3, which is now you're manifesting a new beginning, right? So that's the, so that's the numbers there, okay? And the rest of the numbers are 3. Yeah, so that 2 plus 1 equals 3 is what I was saying. And that means you're manifesting. And guess what? The I is a number 9. You're manifesting to be spiritually awakened and spiritually aligned. However, it goes on here. Because I'm getting messages from this, and this is what the higher realms want me to break down for you guys, so forgive me. It's over here. It's like you guys manifesting to be spiritually awakened and spiritually aligned after this, right? Because of this 3 and this 9. But make no mistakes about this 3 and this 9 is here. It's almost twice, because after that 21, there's the 9 and then the 3. You've been spiritually awakened and spiritually aligned. All right. However, having a spiritual ending, but trying to manifest an awakening while you're having an ending, because then it will be 939 there, which I didn't put. I need to retype this. Let me see, you guys. Here we go, you guys. Sorry about the mishap. This is the way it's supposed to look. I do apologize. Yeah, so that's what it's talking about here, you guys. It's so clear. The higher realms. So what I'm seeing is a lot of you guys, 19 and 21 is significant in your life, of course. 12 is definitely significant. 13 years old. Some of you guys 39 and 45 is very much predominant. That has a lot to do with these times of entering these other dimensions, okay? Because a lot of you guys, I'm gonna get you guys who snuck in that cookie jar at 9 years old and stuff like that. And some of you guys had it in your bottle at 3, because that's what they used to do once upon a time. At 3 and 4 and 5. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, and yeah. So this has a lot to do with the times that, you guys felt the suicidal, and that is 19, 21, 39, and 45 for the majority of who I'm talking to right now. Oh, and 19. Okay. Yeah, I see 19 here. Did I say 19? 19 is twice. Wow. So some of you guys actually did it, had these experiences twice with this other dimensional feeling of suicide. That's that other dimension. Man, I see what they did. Now, if you guys can watch my favorite movie ever and look at the old school version first. I like the new school version too. But if you get a chance, watch Flatliners. I guess it speaks more to what I'm saying. But the higher realms gave me this download, so I have to pass this on to you guys. Okay? Watch Flatliners. Okay? It's a movie about, how they go through a secret basement hideaway. These doctors get together and they go for dead for like 20 minutes, and then who can stay the longest, and they don't realize, that's the way this rendezvous with these poisons that we are putting in our bodies, or once upon a time put in our bodies, you know what I mean? Because these are the things that that is experienced, or this is the experience that you receive out of this. So I need to make you guys aware that suicide is the other dimension that you guys have tapped into that's pulling you. Now, a lot of you guys, let me go ahead and speak to this, because somebody's always pulling the energy of, oh, that person may be wrong. This and this and that. Okay, well, that's fine too. But let me tell you, though, you have the right to think and feel how you feel. But again, on my channel, I go through the knowledge plus the experience that equals some type of wisdom that I can pass on to you guys. I'm not going to give you guys anything that I have not experienced, because quite frankly, I'll call that selling death. There's too many people out here that's selling death. They mentally see it, but they have not physically experienced it. Okay? So they say it takes a wiser person to learn from someone else's experience. So this is why we have to do so. And we live to tell it for a reason. Okay? So, having that said, I want to tap into the fact that if that person does not drink or drug and has never drank or drug, because I'm so You guys know how the hypersensitive of us, we can feel all these energies even from another planet when it comes. It's like somebody's somewhere saying, well, I know people suicidal who never drank or drug. Okay, well, guess what? That means that for some, is what I'm getting, like for a huge part of those people, they have experienced parental drug intake or alcohol intake, whether they know it or not. Something was given to that parent during or while, the procedure or the birthing canal, things of that nature. Okay, mom and dad don't tell you everything. Okay, so they had a life before you, but I'm just saying. So I just want to pass that along, the message that I'm getting about this, because a lot of people, it's very vital that we know what we know that we know. These are other dimensional energies that's tapping into, what that you guys have already tapped into, either before your, birthing, or through your birthing canal, while in, what I'm saying, or during, or for some of you guys at 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 9 years old, 21 years old, 39, 45, 21, 19, right? So these are different time frames in which you guys experience this. But please note to self, yourself is your wealth, okay? In every way, yourself is your wealth. So be mindful of that, you guys. You are very wealthy. All right? Okay, so I think that's what the higher realms wanted me to do in every way. Let me see if, let me see something, you guys, because I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do here. I'm seeing, okay, yeah. So either way, I'm looking at, so what I did was I immediately just randomly, just looked at all the numbers, and I'm still seeing 40. I'm seeing 43 here. Let me do it one more time just to be sure. You got 4 9s here. So 4 times 9, we're looking at that. So what is that? 36. Okay. Yeah, I'm still getting 43. So, yeah, so this brings you guys to 43. Now, all these numbers combined is 43. So some of you guys may have experienced it at age 43 as well. But the bottom line is the totality of these numbers are 43, right? So what I'm getting from this 43 is someone also manifesting stability, but nevertheless, letting you guys know that equals the number 7, okay? So that means you guys, during these times, please know 43 is on your side. The number 4 is never to be ignored in the spiritual world or the spiritual realm. It means that the angels are sending you everything that you need, to stay afloat, stay stable from 4 corners of the earth, 4 seasons of the world, 4 elements of the earth, okay? Even 4 legs on the table just to keep you guys stable. That's why they have some emotional animals. That's a 4. That's stability. That's why you get in your ride sometimes and feel comfortable, because it's a 4. It's a 4. It's a spiritual thing. It's your angels. Your angels come in many forms. And this time, your angels are coming in 4. Okay, so and that 3 is that Trinity, you guys, mind, body, and spirit. So it's trying to keep you guys stable, mind, body, and spirit, because again, your self is your wealth, and that means that you guys are master manifestors, and you've manifested stability. If you made it this far, if you made it past 19, past 21, past 39, past 45, yeah, it's time to realize that number 7, 4 plus 3 equals 7. That means Be patient with yourself now. Be patient with others now, because that's what you've learned. You've learned how to be patient, okay? Hence the Sabbath day. Make sure you're getting your rest, because not only do we have to operate in this frequency, but we have to operate in this spiritual frequency. Because remember, while we sleep, our spirit does not. So we have to have an equilibrium. All right? That's why we always say work hard, play hard. This is what we do. We have to rest. Okay? Hence the seventh, the Sabbath day. So, now what I also need to tell you guys is that you will overcome these obstacles and realize success, because that's what the higher realm says through the number 7. And expect nothing less than the best from your life. All right? Why? Because the angels are happy with the choices you made in your physical form along your spiritual journey. Period. A lot of you guys have 4-letter names, 4 to 7-letter names that I'm speaking to really clear right now. 3 to 7 letters in your name, okay? Yeah. So, So I need to let you guys know that that's a lot of you guys, majority of you guys have like that 3 to 7-letter name. That means you guys are the 3rd dimensional to 7th dimensional beings that I'm speaking with right now. And I love you guys. So keep your crown. You hear me? Yourself is your wealth. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is my download message just for you. This is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, you guys, Paulay, peace be unto you, and within, Amen. 1.